In this video, I'm going to show you 4 powerful techniques that we as fitness professionals use to increase the intensity of any bodyweight or home fitness exercise drastically. And you will be able to start using these techniques today and implement them in your own workouts and with your own exercises to make sure they challenge you and then help you get the best possible results from every single workout that you do. Hey everybody, how you doing? Peter Carvel here from sixpackfactory.com. Now, a few months ago, I created a video where I talked about something called bodyweight drop sets, and this video actually went viral. You can click and check it out here. But in that video, I teach you about how to use exercise progressions. In other words, harder and easier exercises to then get the most from every single workout you do. I had a lot of questions from people asking, well, Peter, where do I go and find all these progressions? Now, if you are a member of the 6-week six-pack challenge or the brand new bodyweight evolution challenge, then for example, I will provide you with a lot of progressions to make sure you can very quickly swap out an exercise that's too easy or too hard for you so that you can make sure that that exercise challenges you to your level and you continue to get results. But if you don't have that kind of resource, today I want to teach you 4 techniques that I use to make any exercise easier or harder. And the great thing about this is, you guys know by now, I love to empower people with the knowledge that they can actually then use to just get on and get results without having to always rely on a trainer, without having to always rely coming back to Google or YouTube to search for stuff. And these 4 techniques today is gonna help you make sure that you can at any stage make an exercise harder or easier. Whether you wanna do that just to get the most from your workout, or whether you want to make an exercise harder so that it can help you build muscle, or easier so that you can focus more on weight loss and fat burning. These 4 techniques is going to help you do that. So let's quickly get going. I'm going to teach you these 4 techniques, and then I'm going to also teach you how to combine them to increase the intensity of any exercise even harder. And today, I'm just going to use a push-up to demonstrate this, but you can do this with any exercise for any muscle group in your body. So the first, easiest and most well-known way to increase the intensity of any exercise is to increase the resistance. And if you go to the gym, this is basically what you do by just adding more plates and more weight to any exercise. At home, we've got quite a few ways of doing this. Number 1, you can, for example, just use exercise bands. And by the way, I've got quite a few different ones of these. If you want to take this idea, and I just have different resistance tightness, and also I make these little loopholes so I can very quickly use them, and that's all these are. And I have like 5 or 6 that I can very quickly use depending on what exercise I do and how hard I want an exercise to be. So with resistance bands, you will simply put it around your body, and then, for example, this then becomes a lot harder depending on what actual resistance band you use. You then can also use weighted vests. You've seen those things. If you don't want to spend that kind of money, you can just use a nice old backpack, put some weights in the back, and then you just add that, and there is your homemade weighted vest. And you can actually do your whole workout with something like this and get even better results. So once again, this will increase your intensity. And then you can obviously combine this. You can add this and exercise band if you want to go that far and you want to increase the intensity to that level. Next is to use more instability. By making an exercise more unstable, it becomes automatically harder. With this, you need to be careful because there will be a level where if you make an exercise too unstable, the focus will shift from it being harder to it helping you improve your balance. Now, depending on what your goal is, maybe you want to improve your balance, but if you just add a little bit of instability, it will simply make the exercise harder. Now, this can be as simple as, if we get into the push-up, okay, this can be as simple as lifting up one leg. That makes a push-up a little bit harder, okay? You can add more instability by bringing your leg to the side, like, for example, if you were doing spider push-ups, okay? All of that makes the exercise harder. You can go to the next level and bring in an exercise ball, for example, and now you need to really focus, and it also works your core on actually doing this exercise, and it becomes a little bit harder as well. So, adding instability definitely makes your exercise harder, but keep in mind, it will get to that point where it becomes so unstable that it will go from making your exercise harder to focusing more on your balance. And depending on what your goal is for that exercise, you'll need to decide how much instability to bring into any of your exercises. The next thing you can do to increase or decrease the intensity of any exercise is to change the angle. Now, changing the angle can drastically increase and decrease the intensity of any exercise, and is a very easy and quick way to make an exercise harder or easier for you. For example, I just have my coffee table here. If I go on to this exercise instantly become harder. We've all done these decline push-ups, and instantly the push-up is a lot harder. If, on the other hand, I go the opposite way and I do a normal push-up, for example, let's say against the wall, then that exercise becomes a lot easier. Even if I were to do an exercise, let's say, on top of this, this is now a lot easier. Let's not break the table. That is now a lot easier than what it was going decline. So by simply changing the angle, you can very quickly make an exercise easier or harder on the go. The final one, and one that we use a lot in the new Bodyweight Evolution Challenge, is using different workout structures, exercise metabolic techniques, rep ranges, and time under tension to help you reach a specific goal with that specific exercise or workout. What are we talking about here? For example, let's say I want to increase my explosive power. We can do, for example, plyo push-ups, okay? Instantly, it becomes a lot harder than a normal push-up, for example. If, on the other hand, you maybe want to focus more on muscle strength or increasing your muscle size, building some muscle, you can focus on things like increasing your time under tension. So, for example, a simple thing that we use in the new Bodyweight Evolution Challenge is what I call isometric metabolic ladder. So, for example, what we do here is we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we keep it at the bottom for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you keep it at the bottom again. And you see how high up you can go in a minute or 2 minutes or whatever your workout requires from you. You can also slow it down, by going, let's take 5 seconds down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 seconds up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? All those things brings a different aspect and a different way of doing a specific exercise and increase or decrease the intensity, and will help you achieve a different goal. And that, guys, are the 4 techniques. Now, how can you actually combine these to make an exercise really hard? Well, let me quickly show you what you could do if you want to make the exercise and increase the intensity drastically by combining all 4 if you want. I'm going to grab the exercise ball. I'm going to grab my exercise band. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is, let's just add these babies. We're going to increase resistance with the bands. Okay, get that behind you. We're going to increase instability with the ball. We're going to increase the angle by doing a decline push-up on the ball. And then we're going to do, let's say, 5 seconds up, 5 seconds down. This exercise now have increased the intensity of a normal push-up drastically, okay? And if you ever want to try it, you can do that. So let's just move this over this way so that you all can see what I'm doing. Okay, and then from here, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And there you've just turned a normal push-up that you might be able to do 30, 40, 50 of, and that will at that point just help you increase your muscle endurance rather than your strength, and, for example, increasing your muscle size into an exercise that will really help you build your chest, also develop your core and other things, which is what push-ups do. But it's now become a different exercise, and now you can start doing things like increasing your strength, building muscle right there at home. So that's how you would combine all these different techniques to increase any exercise drastically. But you can try just one, You can try 2, or you can try all 4 like I've done just here. But guys, that is how easy it is to increase the intensity of any exercise right there at home, whether it's a body weight exercise or whether it's a home exercise where you'll use some equipment. You can very cheaply increase the intensity and start getting some serious results, whether it is to lose weight, maintain, increase your explosive power, build muscle, build strength. You can do it all there at home with these 4 techniques. And now you won't have to worry about continuing to search for progressive exercises all day long to try and find something that's easier or just a little bit harder than what you're doing right now so that you can continue getting results. These 4 techniques will do that for you. So as always, guys, if you like this video, click on the like button. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And if you have any other techniques that you know can very quickly help people make exercises easier or harder, stick it in the comments box below and let's have a chat. Until the next one, remember, keep it simple and have fun out there. Bye-bye.